Hey everyone. In this video, I want to share a few tips with you that will help you solve arguments in a healthy manner. This is incredibly important because a lot of people I've noticed, unfortunately, do not handle arguments in a healthy way at all, and they end up permanently hurting their relationships with people they care about over temporary emotions or temporary issues. And it's one of the most ludicrous things, in my opinion. I mean, even when I was a kid, I would watch other people get into fights, and I would be like, what the hell is your problem? Like, you're permanently hurting the relationship with people you actually care about and hold close to you over temporary feelings. Like, that makes no sense whatsoever. So in this video, hopefully these tips will help you avoid this issue in your own life, because it's important, guys. Really, truly is. So the first tip that I have for you is, number one, develop the mentality that there are no winners in arguments. Because it's true. With the people you truly care about, if you come into an argument from that perspective of wanting to win, you are going to hurt the relationship you have with the other person. There's no way around it. If you come in trying to win, then yeah, you're going to piss them off. You're going to probably use their vulnerability as ammo against them and other crap like that. You're going to push their buttons. You're going to be doing ridiculous crap to hurt the other person so that you can win. That is not healthy at all. So drop that mentality right away. There are no winners in arguments. The only time this mentality may be somewhat okay, but even then it's not great, is with strangers or people you don't care about keeping in your life. Then yeah, by all means, go at it from that perspective of wanting to win the argument or fight or whatever. But with the people you care about, the people you truly want to keep in your life, do not aim to win arguments. That's not going to do you any favors whatsoever for your relationship with that person. So that's the first thing. The mindset you go into an argument with is really important. The second thing you're going to want to practice is creating as much of a gap between stimulus and response when it comes to your emotions. Remember how earlier in the video I was saying we can permanently damage relationships over temporary emotions? That kind of shows that emotions can be our enemy when we're getting into arguments and fights with the people we care about. So you're going to want to learn to control your emotions. And all that really means is not stopping those emotions from arising within you, because good luck doing that. What you more so want to do is stop your reaction to your emotions. So the way to do that is to create a gap between stimulus and response. The stimulus is going to be the emotion that you feel. The response is the way you act on it. Create a gap between the two. And my favorite method for doing that is just to take a few deep, slow breaths in the moment. When I feel myself getting angered by somebody or frustrated or mad at them when they're having an argument with me, I like to take a moment to just breathe as much as possible. This does take awareness, because you need to know that you're feeling that emotion in the first place. So first and foremost, practice self-awareness. It'll help you know when you're being triggered, when your emotions are rising within you, so then you can catch that and stop yourself, and then take a few deep, slow breaths in the moment to delay acting on your emotions. This is the most important thing. You do not want to end up immediately acting on your emotions. That's when you could say something really hurtful to the person you care about, or some people throw things or punch a wall, or God forbid, they even physically abuse their partner. So you just want to create a gap between the emotion and your reaction to it. So just breathe deeply and slowly. I would say practicing meditation is very helpful here, because, well, one, it'll help you develop that awareness of your emotions, but two, it'll help you not be controlled by them, because you'll just naturally get into that habit of breathing more deeply and slowly in general, so that when you're having an argument with someone, you can practice it then. You can delay acting on your emotions. It's really important. And the third tip that I have for you is to seek to understand the other person's perspective. This is really important, because it's pretty difficult to be mad at someone, to want to spit venom at them when you're actually seeking to understand their perspective. Like, it's really hard to be mean and cruel to someone else when you're trying to understand them, right? So this is good. This is what we want. Remember, you don't want to permanently hurt your relationship with someone you care about. So a helpful thing to allow you to not hurt them is to try to understand them, because then you're not going to be spitting vitriol at them. You'll be thinking, okay, I wonder how they feel. Like, did I hurt them, or that sort of thing, you'll be thinking about how your actions may be affecting them, how the words that you said affect them, or why they feel the way that they do. All of those things are very helpful in an argument, because once you can understand their perspective, you can know, if you're at fault, what you did to hurt them and why you shouldn't do that again. This is really important. Like, it ties in with the next step, which I'll just jump into now, which is aim to create a collective solution. Remember, it's you and the other person trying to figure things out. If you truly care about them, you should want to create a solution, and that means working together to find whatever that solution may be. If you're coming at it from that perspective of wanting to win, you're not going to find a solution, and you're going to hurt your relationship. So you should want to work with the other person to figure out what needs to change to avoid having that fight or that argument in the future. So whatever it may be, if you caused the argument, if it was your actions or something you said, then you should seek to understand the other person's perspective so you can know why what you did or what you said hurt them, why it triggered them, why it may bring up memories of their childhood or the way their parents treated them, whatever it may be. If you did or said something that triggered and hurt the other person, you should listen, aim to understand why they reacted the way they do, and then come to that collective solution. Tell them you're not going to do that ever again, and then follow through on it. Have integrity. This is so important, because so many people talk out their behind and they say, I'm going to make that change, and then they don't. So have integrity. Aim to actually follow through on whatever you tell them in the moment when you're coming to that solution. If you say you're not going to treat them in that way going forward, then frickin' follow through on that. Do not treat them in that way going forward. If you have a bad memory, then write it down somewhere. Put it somewhere where you'll see it. Maybe on your mirror in the bathroom so you see it every time you're washing your hands. Whatever it may be, just make sure you aim to change your behavior if you're at fault. If the other person is at fault, then just find some solution for them. Tell them, create healthy boundaries. Tell them that you don't like the way they treated you or whatever they said, and that going forward, tell them not to do that again. And if they do, tell them, hey, if you do it like by the third time, that's 3 strikes and I'm going to be gone, because I don't want to tolerate being treated that way. And then just work with them to ensure that they follow through on their behavior. Don't hold things against them. Don't place blame. Just help guide their actions so that they don't trigger you in the future like that. Like, work with them. If you really care about this person, you should want to work with them to create that solution. There aren't, like I said earlier, there aren't any winners here. It's not about placing blame on the other person and any of that crap. It's about finding a solution so you don't have a fight or an argument about that topic in the future. That's the whole point here. Like, that's how you handle arguments in a healthy manner. It should all be about preserving the relationship you have with the other person. It shouldn't be about petty BS, immature crap about winning and triggering them and saying things that will hurt them because you know how to push their buttons. None of that BS. If you truly care about this person, you should want to keep them in your life. And that means coming to a healthy resolution. So there you go, guys. You can tell I'm really passionate about this, because it just boggles my mind how people do this so much. And I've even had people do this with me when I care about them, and I'll even call them out in the moment. I'll be like, hey, look, you actually want to keep me in your life, right? Like, why are you acting the way that you are? Like, what the hell? Like, are you trying to push me away? Because that shouldn't be your goal. I know that you're not feeling happy right now, but like, this isn't helping our relationship. Yeah, it's just, it's really unfortunate. So hopefully practicing these tips will help you avoid this issue in your own life so you can come to healthy resolutions and keep the people that you're close with in your life. Because it's really important, those close relationships. The value of them can't really be stated much in words, because we just often don't realize what we have with others until that relationship is no longer there. So avoid creating that issue in your own life. But anyway, I hope you guys got something useful out of this video. If you enjoy content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. Otherwise, leave a like and a comment for the algorithm. That's the easiest way you can help me out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Arrivederci!